Hey, Dustin Hockensmith here with Greg Pickel, looking at some Penn State recruiting here on PennLive.com. Most important target left on the board, in our opinion. We did the offense earlier this week. We're going to look at the defense now. Greg, I know there's a guy out there, a defensive lineman, that you really like here.
Yeah, this is an interesting little thing to consider because I think linebacker is a spot where Penn State's in pretty good shape. They do have Nick Tarburton that could slide down to the defensive line earlier. So you could maybe make the argument that linebacker is more important. I'm going to go with the defensive line. And P.J. Mustipher, a four-star out of Maryland, he's being looked at by a number of top schools, Ohio State being one of them. It looks like it could be a Big Ten battle for him. Penn State has to win those kind of battles now. You consider yourself obviously Big Ten champions in 2016. You want to be a national champion one day. These are the kind of battles you have to win. You got to beat out Michigan. You got to beat out Ohio State. And not to mention, you're getting a guy that could be an impact player from day one. He was tremendous at the New Jersey opening regionals event. And I think that his trip to the opening is going to raise his profile even more later this summer. P.J. Mustipher is my pick. I think he's a guy Penn State needs to land, defensive lineman out of Maryland.
One crown jewel at that position every class, and Mustipher has a chance to be that guy. I like Jason Oweh, the defensive end / tight end from New Jersey. His recruitment and his stock is rising as much as anybody in the country right now. Ohio State, Notre Dame are just some of the recent schools to offer. Georgia is in that mix too. Penn State offered last month. He is 100% of the picks for Penn State on the 24/7 Sports Crystal Ball. He is what I would say is a clean slate athletically, 6'6", 235, 240 pounds. He's the type of guy who, with a second-year football under his belt at the high school level, coming to Penn State can be molded in a lot of different directions. There aren't a lot of guys out there with a similar upside as him, just as a pure athlete. And it seems like he's the kind of guy whose recruitment's going to keep exploding. For Penn State to win this would be, I think, a big deal, both for symbolically to go head-to-head with some of these other programs, to keep a guy who would look to be a Penn State lean throughout, and then just as a pure prospect, he can be a really, really good player at the next level. So I think he's the most important defensive target out there. You can also look at a couple of safeties, playmaking safeties, Isheem Young and Quantel Range from the state of Pennsylvania. Penn State looks like they can get at least one of those two guys. They're important as well for their talent and their position needs too. Jason Oweh for me, P.J. Mustipher for Greg Pickel. This is a Penn State football video for PennLive.com.